brands here when it comes to anything in the kitchen, not just here at HSN, that is worldwide. I want to give you a little idea why we call this 6.5 quart possible cooker the do-it-everything. Takes the place of so many different items in your kitchen. Look, you can roast a ham, you can steam hard-boiled eggs, you can simmer, you can saute, you can do so much. That's why we call it the everything possible. It's our best value of the day by Ninja. Sizzle, that is exactly what the temper you're going to be able to do. Sear a steak, saute, you name it. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to receive. Right now today, over 5,000 have already been spoken for. And I will tell everyone, you can go online right now and you can do the comparison. This is the absolute lowest price you're going to find anywhere for the 6.5 quart. We call it the possible. It's the everything. It's your all-in-one cooker. It's your steamer. It's your roaster. Wait till you see the amazing things that we're going to share with you that you're going to be able to do in this tiny footprint, but boy, does it hold a lot. So let's go through color choices. Anywhere you go, this is $119. You're also receiving here today the roasting rack, you're receiving the recipe book, you're receiving the rice spoon that comes along with it, and some exclusive colors. One of those exclusive colors happens to be the Merlot, so we are so excited to be able to bring that to you. We also have what we're calling stone purple, and it has a little hinge of just a little highlight, almost like a grayish purple, if you will. Then we have the classic for Ninja, which you've probably seen in the midnight blue, but nowhere else where you find this at $120. Only here today, and only as of today's special. It launched at midnight at $79.99. And then lastly, we have it available for you in the black. With FlexPay, this is coming home to you for less than $30. Now, our home kitchen expert, one of the #1 recipe bloggers, Rochelle, is joining us, Lucas. And I tell you what, Rochelle, when I say this is the everything pot,
it is.
I mean, what are you doing right now?
So
just to give an example.
Yeah, sure. So this is a pot roast that we're starting up, and we're starting with that sear saute function. So that's that sizzle that you can hear. That is that non-stick pot that you see. Nothing is sticking to the bottom. Imagine doing this in stainless steel. I could have ruined this, right? It would have stuck to the bottom. But what we love about the Possible Cooker is it does do 10 different functions. And so, you know, if you have a slow cooker at home and you love doing your pot roast with that, that's great. But usually you have to sear this on the stovetop first. Now you can do it all in one pot. So now that I've given it a good sear, I'm going to add my herbs and my vegetables and my broth, and we're going to get this to a boil like we would if we were going to do have it in a slow cooker. So I love that it's all one pot cooking.
That's it, because you'd have to have like
all one pot cooking.
Different pans going right now.
Exactly, and it's 30% faster than traditional cooking. So even if you were going to sear and saute this on your stovetop, this is going to be faster than using your stovetop. So now I've added my broth. I'm put my vegetables on the side of the meat here, and then this is going to come to a boil here really quickly. So it's a true 10 in 1.
And a temperature control as well, correct?
Absolutely,
so we're going to walk you through all of that, all the different things you're going to be able to do, and what this is going to take the place of. But here's the thing, they're telling me it's only, what, 1 o'clock here, a little after on the East Coast? We already sold out of one color. I'm not surprised.
I know. I couldn't even get that color. Yeah. I tried.
And the stone purple probably will be the next to go, they're telling us right now.
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, we'll look at the front so we can talk about that.
Let's come to the front here and I'll walk you through it. So it is 10 different things. It also replaces 10 different appliances in your kitchen. So you have all of your slow cook, your braise, your sear and saute, steam, even keep warm. So if you're taking this to a potluck or to your church or to a book club and you make something delicious in there, you can use that keep warm function, which is great. And then you have all of your grains on this side. So you have your white rice, brown rice, quinoa, oats, and pasta. So because ancient grains are something that's really trending, we wanted to bring that to you and make it easy. If you've ever wrecked a pot from making a pot of rice and it all sticks to the bottom and you have to throw out the rice and the pot, this is going to prevent you from doing that. It's 50% faster than traditional rice cookers, but it is more than a rice cooker. So you can even do your farro or your oatmeal, and we have all of those tips in the back of the recipe book that it comes with.
And your quinoa, that's something also.
All of those things.
And 50% faster.
50% faute. So here's all the things it can replace. It will replace your rice cooker, your food warmer, your non-stick pot, your saute pan, your slow cooker, your saucepan, your stock pot, even your Dutch oven. So if you like some of those Dutch oven recipes, but maybe your Dutch oven's too heavy, this is perfect because the pot you can use it separately. So most slow cookers, you can't use the pot separately. It's kind of awkward, you know, and it doesn't sear and saute, you can use this pot in your oven. You can use this pot in your stovetop. You can use this pot as part of your whole Ninja Possible cooker package too. So look at that nice caramelization. This is gonna come up to a boil. I'm just gonna season it here a little bit. And while we're waiting for that to season, why don't I go to the oven? So let me show you how you might wanna use this with your oven. It's a long walk, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Or maybe you wanna come with me to shut the oven door.
Sure.
I got my mitts here, but basically, this is the same recipe we have on Instagram today. It's a beer braised Irish-inspired beef stew. So I had this when I went to Ireland, and I wanted to recreate it at home, and the Ninja Possible cooker made it possible.
I love it.
So we did the sear and saute function first to sear and saute the beef and the vegetables, and then we slow cooked it, you know, to get it all nice and just wonderful and fall apart delicious. Then we popped it in the oven to this beautiful pastry crust. So I love that we have that option. It is oven safe up to 500 degrees. So if you wanna pop a dish into the oven to do a broil, to crisp something up on the top, you can do that.
I have to have some of this.
Isn't it
It
delicious?
reminds me of Ireland.
And then look at the little, we did a little clover leaf there, which is really cute. Some of the, listen to that pastry crust. Isn't that delicious? Oh my gosh.
Oh, my mouth is watering.
Oh my gosh. So we've got a wonderful Irish beef stew. We did want something for St. Patrick's Day, you know, since it's right around the corner. But this is something that you could do any time of year. I just think it's so like comforting and delicious to have a wonderful beef stew. Let me get a little pastry crust there for you.
My goodness.
And then we also have some little microgreens here to give it a little Irish spring.
And how long approximately did this take you?
So this took me probably about 1.5 hours. So I started with that sear saute function to get that wonderful caramelization on the beef and on the vegetables. And then I set it to slow cook so that way everything can kind of simmer and braise together with that, with the beer. And then we popped it into the oven for another 30 minutes with the pastry top. So how delicious is that, huh?
Melts in your mouth. You're speaking my language right here.
I love it. And then if you're having guests over, you can set it on the keep warm function. You know, take it from your oven to the table,
Perfect.
put it on the keep warm function, and then everybody can kind of serve themselves and it will still stay warm. Look at these wonderful vegetables on here. We also did, for the little parts that we cut out, we did other little four-leaf clover. So you can get creative once you get this home and take your recipes and adjust them to it. But what I love about it is it makes really impossible things possible. You know, like you can't sear and saute in your slow cooker. You can't usually braise in your slow cooker. Dutch ovens can get really expensive and also really heavy. Like if you've ever looked at one really big brand name Dutch oven, they're really heavy and they're also like $200.
Yeah, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And this will replace that for sure.
Okay, we're gonna show everybody just to get an idea what you call this. It is possible to do anything. It really truly is. Look at our table. Let's walk everybody through this, Rochelle.
Absolutely. There's so many things that we have going that we've done here. So it will also do all of your grains. So like your pastas, your rice, your quinoa, your farro, all of those wonderful grains. It makes those really easy. And I bet you're wondering, why do they have eggs on the middle of this table? It's because you can use the steam function. So we have the roasting rack here on the bottom, which we'll show you in a minute. But you can use the steam function to steam your eggs, and they will peel so easily. So when you want to do your deviled eggs, or if you want to dye these, you know, fun colors for Easter, and you want to make sure they're easy to peel, just steam your eggs. It fits 20 eggs.
Wow.
You know, and you could buy a separate egg steamer, but why would you? You know, because this will steam your eggs. It will cook your rice. It will do your pasta sauce. It will do so much.
How big is this ham?
That ham, oh goodness, you know,
That's
I think
a
it's
large
probably
ham.
about a 7-pound ham.
Wow.
We usually say about a 7-pound roast. We were kind of pushing it a little bit with that one for television, to be honest.
Okay.
But a 7-pound roast, 7-pound chicken, it will do easily just fine. So it's really a true 10-in-1.
If you were just tuning in, we are so thrilled with this partnership with Ninja. Like we said, it is one of the #1 brand names in kitchen appliances, right? It's recognized worldwide. Anywhere you go to find the Possible 6.5 quart, it's $119. Wow. Right? Only here today, and that's why thousands have already been sold. That's why one color has already been sold out. You can get this home for less than $26. So if you go online and you look at this exact special that they have, it's $119. We love this. Here at HSN, we want to do something, especially going into St. Patty's Day, into spring, into Easter, you know, and just to think about how much time you're going to save in the long run, how much non-clutter you're going to have, how many things this takes the place of, right? And the footprint in itself yourself. I mean, this is not heavy whatsoever. It
you
doesn't
picked
take
that
up a
right
lot of
up.
space.
Yeah, it's really easy. It's funny, last night Suzanne just carried one the whole time. And I'm like, are you still carrying it? And she's like, it's that lightweight. You know, you can bring it with you to your, your church or your book club or your work potluck. This is already starting to boil. That's how fast it came to a boil. So it does have that wonderful, temperature setting that you can bring things to a boil. You can do a slow braise on it if you wanted, but it is 30% faster than cooking on your stovetop. So you are going to get your meals done quicker. So we did a pot roast here. We did a an Irish-inspired stew here.
Get
Let's
that
move
recipe.
on to Easter. Yeah. It's on HSN's Instagram. So now we've got some potatoes to go with our ham. So look at these wonderful cheesy potatoes. I wish you could smell this at home. It smells so good. The cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong with cheese and potatoes, right? So
like scallop potatoes.
Scallop potatoes. And the thing about sides too. Whenever you're having like a holiday or family over, we've got Easter and St. Patrick's Day coming up, and Mother's Day. It's always hard to get everything hot at the same time.
And keep it warm without overcooking it.
Exactly. So now you can do your sides and it will keep warm. And to be honest, when I got this on my countertop, I had one for my mom and I had one for me. So I had two at one point, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe I do need two, because they fit so perfectly on my countertop that it's that perfect buffet. You know what I mean? Like when you're serving it to everybody.
Here's another thing today. We don't always do this offer. If you don't have the HSN charge card and you apply for today, you could take $50 off the Today Special or anything else you want. But can you imagine
Would
an
you get this one for $20?
What's it, $9?
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
When we say lowest price anywhere, now we're talking a whole nother different ball game, right?
That is a deal. In that case, you want to put this in get a couple and put them in your gift closet, because this is the perfect gift for summertime when it's like wedding season and graduation season, and you want to have that nice like big gift to bring. This is perfect for that.
And if you do have the HSN charge, you can have 4 monthly flex payments. So you can add an additional monthly flex payment, so you don't have to pay it all off at once. But the beauty is, we know Ninja, we trust Ninja. Even with this special offer here at HSN, you give us a user guide and lots of great recipes too.
Absolutely. And there's also charts in the back for when you want to do your grains and your farro and some other things. We tell you exactly how much water to add, what settings to put it at, so that way you're not burning your rice. You're not having to throw away the pot with it all cooked at the bottom.
This just makes such perfect sense. Like you said, 30% faster than cooking on stovetop.
Yes.
If you were buying just a rice cooker, and some rice cookers can be close to the price that we're offering for this everything possible, right? Can be close to that. A rice cooker, 50% faster and delicious every single time.
Yes, absolutely. You're gonna get perfect rice done every single time. Plus it also steams. So we've talked about braising and sear and saute and slow cook and doing the keep warm function, but even steaming vegetables. And so here we just have our green beans for maybe like, let's say our Easter dinner, and we just steamed these. And steaming is such a healthy way to eat, because it's, you're not using oil, you're just getting that nice vibrant color from the steam. And like I showed you, you can steam your eggs for Easter. If you get it for nothing else but for doing that, you're gonna really thank me, because it's gonna save you so much time peeling those eggs for your deviled eggs for Easter. But what we have in the bottom here, and it is included with it, is that roasting rack. So you can use that roasting rack whether you're doing your meats, or you can use it for the steam function to kind of lift your vegetables up off the bottom and then put your water there at the bottom too.
Look at that,
isn't that great? And this is what that steam rack looks like. Here, I'll hold it up there. There you see it.
And we said replaces 10 different things. Let's go and show that one more time, because you can think about this for yourself. Like, think about what your saucepans look like right now, right? All these different, different reasons and what it's going to help replace. Being that a rice cooker, a food warmer, like we just talked about, when you want to keep everything warm and not overcook it. It's a non-stick pot. It's a saute pan. It's a cast iron skillet. What do you pay just for a good cast iron skillet? It's a slow cooker. It's a saucier. It's a saucepan. It's a stock pot. It's a Dutch oven.
It's all of those things.
And then some.
Yeah, and Dutch ovens can be expensive. Even when you find them on sale,
and heavy,
they can be they can be well over $100, and they're heavy. This is lightweight, it's portable, it's easy to use. So maybe if you just need an extra pot and you're getting the base to go with it as an extra, I think it's a great deal and a great price for that as well.
It'll be your go-to.
Absolutely.
I mean, for everything, like we're showing you. Okay, here's your color choices. Merlot is our #1.
Okay.
It's exclusive here to HSN.
Okay.
We have the Midnight Blue, the classic for Ninja, and then we have what we're calling Stone Purple. That most
like
likely, like a grayish, will be the next one to sell out.
I love it, I love it. So you do get a recipe book that comes with it, and I wanna show you some of the recipes because they're really colorful, really easy. So once you get this home, you'll get some inspiration for doing your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. We've got some chicken and sausage gumbo there. We've got a Cajun dirty rice. But then in the back, we also have wonderful cooking charts. So whether you're slow cooking or whether you're doing your grains or whether you're steaming, we give you the exact settings and the amount of water to add and the amount of rice to add to get it done perfect every single time. So let's move on to some extra rice.
I want to put the smell into everybody's home right now.
I know.
It smells so good in
Something
here.
I want to show you too is you are getting the rice paddle, and you might be like, why do I need this rice paddle? Let me show you why, because I've got another spoon here. The rice paddle has an extra stiffness to it because rice can be, like once you get your grains going, they can be thick. So I want you to see how when I put the spoon in here, it'll kind of bend. I don't know if you can see it it loses its oomph. The rice paddle doesn't bend, so it makes it really easy to scoop big spoonfuls of rice or quinoa or whatever grains you're working on. So that's why you want the rice paddle. I also use it too to lift my meats. Good, so when I was flipping that pot roast earlier, this helped me get under the pot roast to flip it.
And look how this is just perfectly done,
really
right?
Perfectly done.
Fluffy.
Rice, fluffy. Also notice that nothing is sticking to the sides. If you've ever wrecked a pan from making rice and had to throw out the pan and the rice, you won't have to do that ever again. So it's an excellent rice cooker that does so much more. So I'm gonna plate some rice here, and then we'll move on to some, so a nice fricassee to put on top, which I was like, can I say fricassee on TV? It's basically like a chicken stew. It's perfect for spring. It's actually my mom's recipe. So we got a picture of cooking with her. So now that I've plated my rice, let me show you what the chicken fricassee looks like.
And your mom's an excellent cook, and you were saying how much she loves this.
She loves this, and it was so cute because she's like, I love that it's non-stick. She goes, I don't have to add any extra oil. And here's a picture of us cooking in my kitchen. And she loved the size. So for her favorite part was the size. She had the 8-quart one that we previously had, and she's like, Rochelle, it's just too big. Like when I make stuff in it, I'm eating the same thing for 2 weeks. Yeah. This is that perfect Goldilocks of sizes with the 8.5 quarts because she just has enough, if she just wants to cook enough for them to eat for that night, she can, or she can make enough to have a little bit of leftovers, but it's just that perfect size. The 8-quart was too much, and this is the one she really loves. So this is the chicken fricassee. So we started with sauteing or searing the chicken, and then we built up our sauce, and we did the vegetables and the potatoes too. So again, we used 3 different functions with this. We started with the sear and saute, then we did the, I think we did braise instead of slow cook because we did it about an hour and a half, and then we did the keep warm function so everybody can kind of serve themselves. So again, maybe you want more than one. If you host a lot of functions, maybe you are, have a book club or you're doing a lot of potlucks. This is great having more than one for that because you have that keep warm function. Plus it's so portable. So I'll show you in a minute how portable it is. I think we've got one on the back counter that we can pick up, and there's a little cord keeper on the back too.
So you can go right from the stand right to the table.
Absolutely.
In the pot.
In the pot.
With your rice spoon that comes along with it. And look at just perfection. I'm gonna grab that one behind you.
And the meats are so tender, so delicious. They really just fall apart. And that's how you want your meats. You want them flavorful, you want them tender, and look at how perfectly that's done. Beautiful. And we've got enough to feed a crowd here.
I was gonna say.
But for sure, you could also, do less if you needed to, but you always have that capacity of doing 6.5 quart. How lightweight is that?
It's not, telling you, look at this. I could literally 2 fingers. And yet, it's sturdy.
Yeah,
it's ninja.
very sturdy.
So you have exceptional quality. One of the #1 brand trusted when it comes to kitchen appliances worldwide. And anywhere you go and do comparisons, what we love here at HSN, you're gonna find this 6.5 quart, everything where possible cooker, for $119. Only today. This is what a today's special is really truly all about. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, comes along with a 1-year warranty that Ninja is actually going to back up as well. We are very busy. We just welcomed, just in this presentation, 50 brand new first-time shoppers.
Congrats.
I'm sorry, 80 now.
Wow, congrats.
Listen, they know the name Ninja. They love the everything pot, right? This is everything and even more. We've done 8-in-1s.
Yes.
This is a 10-in-1. Perfect. It's just for rice cooking, brown rice, white rice, quinoa.
Yes.
All those, like you said, grains right now are so popular. What did you do with the corn?
So the corn, we just steamed the corn, so it was nice and healthy. There was no added oils, and then we added some seasonings and some cheese and some paprika on top to make it like an elote. So many different things you can do with it. It really is a treasure. It is a true 10 in 1.
And it's all, like you said, it's a small footprint.
Yes.
You are replacing all those other things. It is truly the perfect size, whether really if it's for one and you want to have the leftovers or for a family of 4 to 6.
Yes, absolutely. Or
You
even
can
a family
certainly
of
do
2.
that.
Like for my mom, it's just her and my stepdad at home. For me, it's just me and my husband, and this is the perfect size for us because it doesn't take up too much counter space. It replaces multiple appliances. We don't need a rice cooker. Usually with my Dutch oven, I'm having to have my husband get that for me because it's too heavy.
Yes.
Now with this, I don't, because it's that perfect lightweight pot that I can use anytime.
And we're going to be right back with more from Ninja, so please stay with us. But things are definitely heating up, and I hope you're actually getting our Grilled with Curtis Stone, an original podcast on HSN Plus. Each week, you can join Curtis as he puts his guest in the hot seat. Together, they're digging into flavorful conversations, hot takes, and delicious dishes. So you can watch, you can shop, and do so much more on HSN Plus. To download HSN Plus TV app, search your HSN on your favorite smart TV or your streaming device. We're back with more Ninja.
With the power of HP from HSN, reinvent how you work, how you play, how you live. Technology that makes life better for everyone, everywhere. And deals designed for every budget. HP on HSN and at hsn.com.
Craft Mania is here at HSN, and we're celebrating 30 years of National Craft Month with 30 craftastic today's specials. It's a jam-packed day bursting with fun, inspiration, tons of new brands, and big savings. Craft Mania starts Tuesday at midnight on HSN.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. We're in the kitchen. I'm your host, Lynn Murphy, and I wanted to share with you the adorable top that I'm wearing. It's actually one of our newer fashion lines here at HSN, and you can shop all of what the hosts are wearing, accessories and fashions, on hsn.com. Just search Host Closet, and you can find our Le Joie adorable top that I'm wearing. I want to say we still have it in a variety of colors, but all of that can be found on hsn.com. Well, close to 6,000 of our very best value of the day has now been selected, and certainly for good reason. We're talking about truly one of the #1 leaders in kitchen appliance, and that's Ninja, and that's truly worldwide. How about in one pot? Okay, that's why we call it the 6.5 quart, everything possible. This is the everything from steaming, from baking, to roasting, to, like we're showing you here, the best pasta maker, the best rice maker. You can saute, the best everything slow cooker, Dutch oven, honestly, and we could go on and on and on. And look at this footprint. Like we said, it doesn't take up a lot of space. You are cooking 30% faster on stovetop. You are cooking your rice 50% faster than you would in a rice cooker. You're saving energy because it's all in one. It just makes such great sense. And anywhere you go, and Rochelle Lucas is joining us, you're gonna find this exact Ninja possible cooker for $119. This is where it gets so exciting, honestly.
It does.
It's HSN. It's our best value of the day. It's the lowest price we found anywhere.
It is, and with the credit card deal, you're saying that you can get it home for $20. That's really
If you don't have
deal.
that HSN charge card, we don't always do that $50 savings. It's normally like 10, maybe sometimes 20, but 50, that would be, $29.
Yeah, getting it home for $20, I'm like, maybe I need another one, and I already have a couple.
Exactly. So
I have my mom's and mine.
Right. So Rochelle, let's take everybody through some of the things that we've already done. But if you're just tuning in, wait till you see everything. How this is going to make your life so much easier. And
Absolutely.
Be a delicious chef.
Absolutely. So we started by searing this pot roast, and so that's how we were able to get that nice caramelization on it. So you do get that high heat, you do get that sear that you don't normally get with a slow cooker. You don't normally get with the Dutch oven. And then it's also non-stick. So I don't know if you've ever worked with one of those ceramic Dutch ovens before where things really stick to the bottom and then stain it. This didn't stick. So once we seared and sauteed it, we changed it to slow cook, and then we brought it to a boil. And so I kept the lid off so I could show you. We added our broth, we added our vegetables. It smells so delicious. We've got our rosemary and our thyme in there with our potatoes and our carrots to do a wonderful Sunday pot roast. It's a 6.5 quart pot. And if you're ever wondering like how much is 6.5 quarts, you know, we actually do have, maybe we'll show you in another pot, there's actually lines in the pot to show you what the measurement is. So if you ever wonder, you know, how much do I have in the pot, it actually has lines in there specifically, even for the rice, for like the white rice and the brown rice and the quinoa, I can kind of see them. So maybe on an empty pot we can show you.
Okay, good.
But I love that it does so many different things. It's 50% faster than traditional rice cookers if you're just making rice, but for regular cooking, it's 30% faster than traditional cooking methods. So that sear and saute is gonna be 30% faster. Here's all the different things it can do. It's a true 10-in-1. I like to say, we call it the possible cooker because it's like a slow cooker, but so much more. You know, it makes cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner really fast. It's a 6.5 quart pot, which is the perfect size. It can do, you know, your chicken breast. It can do a 7-pound roast. It can feed a crowd, or it can just make dinner for 2. It's that perfect size. It's not too big. Plus, you're getting the rice spoon, which is perfect, and I'll show you why you want it. And when you're doing your grains, when you're doing your rice, usually spoons will bend. This isn't gonna bend. This is gonna give you a nice heaping, you know, spoonful without bending when you're doing your thicker grains. So we did our pot roast. This is a recipe that is on HSN's Instagram.
So good.
And this is a beer braised beef stew. So look at how tender that beef is. Look at how, I wish you could smell it at home too. This smells really delicious. So what we did is we seared and sauteed the meats. Then we added the vegetables and the beer and put it to braise. And then once it was done braising, we added a pastry crust and we put it in the oven. So it's oven safe up to 500 degrees. So the reason we did that, we wanted to make sure you could use the pot separately. So you are getting a wonderful pot that you can use separately, but also when you want to do a nice pastry crust on the top, or you want to do like a nice crunchy crust on top of your mac and cheese, you can pop it in the oven to broil and do it, and then bring it back to your possible cooker stand to put on keep warm to feed your guests.
They thought of everything.
So we have thought of everything.
Truly.
We have thought of everything.
And that's stew.
Yes.
If you go on Instagram, HSN, get that recipe.
The recipe's on there. The recipe's in the caption on Instagram.
So good.
So then we also did like a little scalloped potatoes here for Easter. Easter's coming up. And I just love, I want to show you how non-stick this is. I mean, this is potatoes and cheese, y'all. And it is not sticking to the side. Can we see the bottom? There we go. I didn't know if the camera could see the bottom or not, but nothing is sticking to the side. So the cleanup is really easy. It's non-stick. So when you are trying to cook healthier, you know, than potatoes and cheese, you don't have to use that extra oil. But also it feeds a crowd. This smells so good, by the way. Like I want to have a bowl full of that when we're done. And
it's nice too because it has the keep warm function on that,
It does have the keep warm function on there. So that keep warm function is going to you know, if you want to take this to your potluck, to your book club, to all of those things, you can use that keep warm function for your, you know, for your buffets. Plus, it's really easy to carry. This one's only got green beans in it, and I'll show you those in a minute. But look how easy. We've got handles on the bottom and on the top, on the pot. So there's handles on the pot, there's handles on the base, and so it's really easy to pick up and to carry. It's very portable, and on the very back here, you can kind of see this part here. That's a cord keeper. And so we really did think of everything to make this easy, to make this convenient, to make it portable. flavorful, but also to make sure that it's not taking up too much room on your counter space. So when it's not in use, you can kind of wrap up that cord and kind of put it to the back of your backsplash there, and it's gonna look cute. It's gonna look perfect, especially with the fun colors that we have. So here's our green beans that we did, and we steamed these, and now you can see that roasting rack in the bottom. And of course, steaming is one thing that's really popular because you don't have to use oil. You still get these nice, bright, flavorful vegetables without having to use the oil. And I also like using that roasting rack if you want to keep your meats off the bottom for some reason, if you want the fat to kind of render through, you can do that. But let me show you what that roasting rack looks like, because this is something that you're going to get with it. And you saw those eggs. If you're wondering, why did they have a pot full of eggs at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, 20 of them.
There's 20 eggs, and it's because you can put the eggs on top of the roasting rack and use the steam function to steam your eggs, and it makes the shell so easier to peel. So when you're doing your deviled eggs, or you're coloring your eggs for Easter, if you've ever had a hard time peeling eggs, or you're like cursing yourself when you're by the sink, this is going to be, you know, your lifesaver for that.
It's true, making your life so much easier in the kitchen, and really taking the place, like we said, of at least 10 different tools and appliances, and all in one, in a very small footprint. Great, like you said, for portability. It's exceptional if you do a lot of, you know, potlucks, or you do a lot of church functionings where you're bringing something for sides even. I mean, we could go on and on and on as we have, but if you are just tuning in, this is our best value of the day. It's one of our #1 partnerships with Ninja, a brand known worldwide for all of their amazing kitchen appliances. The value today will not be repeated. This is, and you can go online, it's $119 just for the pot itself. We're including the roasting rack, we're including the rice spoon, we're including the how to use guide, and I want to say it's like 14 different delicious, easy to follow recipes. Yeah, so that's also going to be included. And it's HSN. You don't have to pay it all off at once, but we're going to ship it right out to you. So if you choose the flex pay option, that'll be under $30 to get this at home, and all you do is choose your color. Our most popular, it looks like right now, well, earlier it was the Merlot. Now it looks like the black.
Nice.
And then Merlot, okay. And then the stone purple, which is like a gray. And then the traditional, which is, and this is like jewelry for the kitchen. I mean, it really is.
I love the colors.
Great.
I love the colors.
That midnight blue is fantastic too.
It is, it is. So now you're seeing me, I'm using the rice paddle with the rice. Let me grab a spoon so I can kind of show you the difference. See how the spoon kind of bends? How it, you know, when you're trying to scoop up the rice, if it's too heavy or too thick, it will bend. That's really why you want the rice paddle, because it really makes it easy to get in there and get into, you know, picking up your grains. So I'm gonna put some rice on here, and then we're gonna put some chicken fricassee on here. And I had to ask, can I say that on TV? Chicken fricassee? It's basically, it's like a chicken stew that's perfect for spring as we're transitioning from cold weather foods to warm weather foods. And this is actually my mom's recipe. So she loves her Ninja Possible cooker. This is something that she taught me to make. And as she was teaching me, Lynn, she's like, you don't have to add extra oil because it's nonstick. And I'm like, I know, that's why I love it. And so that's why she loves it too, because you don't have to add extra oil.
And so there's chicken, baby potatoes,
absolutely,
olives,
carrots.
Yes,
and spices. And so this is something that we started by searing. Oh, there we are cooking. Yeah, that's in my kitchen, we're cooking. And she loves it. Her favorite part is the size too. She just found it to be the perfect size for cooking for two, because she can cook a lot if she needs to cook a lot. But when she's just cooking for two, it's not 8 quarts. You know what I mean? With 8 quarts, she's like, Rochelle, I had like, you know, leftovers for 2 weeks. And she didn't want to be eating the same thing for 2 weeks. She wanted to try some new things. And so I love that this was the perfect size for her too. So again, you know, because of that non-stick pot, you don't have to add the extra oil. You've got that sear and saute function. This smells so delicious, by the way.
They all does.
So that way, you know, you can build up your sauce. You can use the sear and saute. So this is even perfect, like if you have a camper and you want to take this and use this as your whole cooking unit in your camper, you can do that as well, because it has so many functions. And so we've got our rice, we've got our chicken fricassee. Let's see what else we can do down here. We haven't gotten into the
pulled
pork
to have
yet.
a little bite of the chicken?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There's a fork there, and that's a new plate. So it's hot and delicious, and it's a lightweight plate too. So
and
you can
the
walk
chicken
with it.
is just falling right off the bone.
Isn't it delicious?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the potatoes,
perfect.
the rice is perfect. Oh,
so
doesn't that look
good.
delicious? I love it. It's my mom's recipe. Thank you, Mom. Yes, yes. And so, you know, I think for so many of us, we think of slow cooking as something that we just do in the winter, but you can do it in the spring too. And I've got a great pasta recipe to show you here in a minute too that I love to do. So slow cooking isn't just for fall and winter. You can do some more of these spring-inspired stews and recipes and pastas, plus all of your grains. We have all of our grains out front here. So from your quinoa to your brown rice to your oats to your pastas, it's going to make them perfect. If you've ever had to throw out a pot because you wrecked a pot of rice, you'll never have to do that again. You're going to be able to do all of your grains too.
You have to post this recipe.
Oh, I will. I'm sure. I sent it to HSN. HSN has it, so we'll see if we have it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, because we adjusted it for the possible cooker, so it's specifically for this for the possible cooker.
That's why I always love the slow cooker, but it's just a slow cooker. But everything, it's because of this. Look how tender everything is.
Yes.
But this is so much more.
Absolutely.
That's why we say it takes the place. Okay, what do you have in there?
So this is a pork shoulder, and I wanted you to see how I'm pulling it apart. Look at how tender that is. And so that's one of the reasons why we like having the possible cooker, because we can sear and saute to get this nice caramelization, to get that color, which is where the flavor's from. But then we can use slow cook or braise, so that way we can get the tender and the tenderness of it and the deliciousness of it. So I'm using the claws. It's so tender. I don't even have to use the claws. I can probably just get in here with my tongs and kind of tear it apart that way. So we just did some pulled pork tacos. So imagine taking this to your next function, or having a Taco Tuesday night at your house with your friends, and you're able to do this, and then you can keep it on keep warm, and nothing's dried out, nothing's cold. There's nothing worse than a cold taco, right? Like, or cold vegetables. So now we're able to put the pulled pork onto our tacos, and then everybody can kind of, serve themselves. You can kind of make it into like a taco bar style. But how fun is this? How easy is this?
It looks so good.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And it was so easy to do. And again, it's 30% faster cooking than, traditional cooking methods. And so this was really easy, really, you can take those less expensive cuts of meats and do something delicious like this.
And how did you cook that again, Rochelle?
So we started with sear and saute to get that browning on the outside of the pork shoulder. And then we also added some onions to sear and saute. And then we added our broth and our spices and set it to slow cook. So the difference between slow cook and braise is going to be a little bit less liquid and a little less time. And then slow cook, you're going to have more liquid and more time. So slow cook would be something you might want to set up in the morning, before you go to work, and then the whole house smells amazing. And then braise would be something you could do, in the evening all at once.
Right. And it's just nice that it has that functionality that you can do all of that in one. And that's why we were so excited when we were able to make this happen as our best value of the day. And every time we've done a possible cooker, it's become a customer pick here at HSN. So we never did this footprint before with all the features that this has as a today's special. And that's why so many thousands have now been selected. Like we said, we welcomed close to 100 first-time shoppers just in this presentation.
That's nice.
From those watching at home, we were doing the comparison shopping, no Ninja as a brand. How did you cook the corn here?
We just steamed it. So again, that steam function is going to save you some calories because you don't have to use the oil. Even if you're grilling, you might want to use oil. So now with that steam function, you don't have to use the oil. You can just steam your vegetables, have your steamed corn ready for your next barbecue, for your summer barbecue. We're gonna put a little extra sauce on there to make it a little extra fancy. Oh, I got my mayonnaise stuck there. There we go. But yeah, I mean, imagine bringing this to the table with your barbecue, with your 4th of July burgers, or with your Cinco de Mayo spread. Like, it makes cooking really fun and really easy.
And how long was that take?
This just steamed in like 8 minutes. Like, it didn't take long at all. You just put the roasting rack in there with the water. But this gives you that extra cooktop too when you need it. When you do have family functions, when you do have holidays, now you've got that extra cooktop.
Okay, quickest way to shop right now. We are very busy, and I'm going to thank you for your patience. It's to scan that QR scan at the bottom of the screen, or you can go to hsn.com and you can search Ninja. You can search, obviously, our best value of the day. Read the reviews on similar styles that we've done in the past, but never before at a value. This is the lowest price you're going to find, and we found, and our buyers search everywhere for Ninja with all the special features that we're bringing to you. So that's why, again, we appreciate your patience and thank you. We want to also mention there's some baking pans that you can
there
also.
Are some great baking pans.
Yeah, in fact, I know
never stick.
Never stick. We love that, right? And we took $10 off today.
Oh,
so
great.
yeah, we're going to show you just a quick little presentation here of the baking pans. It's like a quick 30-second special, but. That's our most important thing, right? When it comes to Ninja.
Am I following
and we're
you?
baking.
I'm following you. We're
I
working
think
our way
so,
over.
yes,
Sure,
yes,
sure.
yes. And you're receiving both of these.
Yes, yes. And so maybe it's time to replace your bakeware. Maybe your bakeware at home doesn't look as pretty anymore. Maybe things are sticking to it. This is Never Stick Bakeware. And I want you to lift that up and feel the weight of it.
Oh, yes.
So if you've ever had a pan kind of like pop on you when the oven gets too hot, this isn't going to pop on you. It's going to mean it's got enough weight there that it's not going to warp when you put it in the oven. So, you know, and I like having the smaller size too. And I just want to do a couple biscuits to go with my stew, you know, and that's the perfect size.
And $10 off today, so we wanted to share that with you. And then also the one cup coffee maker. This is a customer pick favorite on hsn.com, and certainly for good reason, from Ninja. And it's also today we're finally back in stock, so we're glad to do that. And so what exactly?
It does it all. This is like having your own barista at home. So you have your own, you've got a, this one's not plugged in, otherwise I'd show you, but you have a milk frother here that's built in that you can kind of close, so when you want to do the specialty coffee drinks, you can. You also have a scoop that's built in. We really think of everything at Ninja, so that way you get the right measurements for your coffee. And it does pods and it does grounds, so you can choose both. If you want to use your pods, you can use your pods. If you want to do grounds, you can use grounds. And there's even storage here in the bottom for keeping the different filters. And so this would be one for your grounds. So we even put the storage. We even built the storage in here so it would have a really slim design and it wouldn't take up too much counter space.
And if you have a second, read the reviews on hsn.com. Now we also have a blender. I don't know if we have that one out here, but that is available for you.
Oh, the Storm. Yeah, let's walk over to it.
Oh, it is back here. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Here's the Ninja Storm. This is one of my favorites too. It does amazing margaritas, as you can probably tell from the design. But what I most use it for is food prep. So like when I'm chopping my onions, chopping my carrots, it's grated that. It will make a great guacamole, and everything is at the palm of your hand. All you have to do is hit that button at the top, and that's it. That's how simple it is.
And that's another customer favorite too.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, and you can go to hsn.com and just search Ninja, and you'll see all the different fabulous specials that we are able to bring to you here at HSN by Ninja. But of course, it's all about our best value of the day. So I'm going to take you through one more time exactly what you're going to receive here. And the only choice you need to make is what color. People are ordering more than one, Rochelle, is what I'm being told. I think,
love it.
Oh, that table. Okay, we're going over there. Sorry about that. It's a smart thing to do because we're not going to repeat this, and that's what today's special truly is about. So when Rochelle said earlier, maybe it's for Mother's Day, you're going to put this aside, or an upcoming wedding that you know. I mean, you know the brand, you know the fact that it's Ninja. It's a 10-in-1. It's one of the most features we've ever done in a possible cooker, and it comes with everything you need. The rice spoon is included. The actual roasting rack is included in this special, and then you're going to get all the special recipes and the user guide. You just choose your color, Merlot, only available here at HSN. We have the midnight blue, we have it available in black, and we have it what we're calling stone purple, which is almost like a gray. Even in the back, when Rochelle said they thought about everything, you even have a little storage area that your cord can go in, so great for when you're transporting. Like we said, it's not heavy, it's the perfect size, it's the perfect footprint, that's not going to take up a lot of room. It's going to save you time, 30% on stovetop, and it's 50% faster than a rice cooker. Okay, and here's all those things. I said rice cooker happened to be one of them. It's also a food warmer, a nonstick pot, a saute pan. It's a cast iron skillet. It's a slow cooker. It's a saucepan, a stock pot, and it's a Dutch oven, all in one. Okay, Rochelle, we're going to share one of your videos.
Yeah, this is what's on the Instagram today. So this is my trip to Ireland. That's the beef stew I wanted to recreate. And here is that sizzle. So I seared and sauteed the meat and the vegetables. I added my beer to braise it. I let it slow cook to get the vegetables down, and then I popped it in the oven for that pastry top at the end.
It was so delicious.
It's wonderful. It's so good. And I love that it made it really easy and possible. So this is another one of my recipes, and basically we're browning some bacon here at the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna lift some of this bacon up so you can kind of see it in the light. Look at that caramelization on there. Look at that crispiness. That is because of that high heat with the sear and saute. Look at the crispiness of this. Oh my gosh. What
do you have it set at?
This is at sear and saute on high.
On high, okay.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, this is my favorite one pot meal. It's 5 ingredients. So I'm starting with bacon. I'm gonna add peas. And then I've got some mascarpone cheese. This is actually 2 ingredients because in the mascarpone cheese we also have, we whipped it up in the Ninja Storm, so it's got a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice. So there's this nice zing of lemon. So now I'm gonna stir this around and get the cheese to melt, and that's gonna be our sauce. And then we're gonna add some tortellini. And I just get the tortellini at the store that's already pre-cooked. It's in that refrigerated section of your, of your grocery store. And this is such an easy, quick dinner that's really delicious. It's really bright and flavorful for spring. And again, this is 1 one-pot cooking. So imagine somebody that is maybe in their first apartment, or maybe just you, and you wanna make cooking easier and fun again. You can definitely do that. So now that we have our sauce, let me add the pasta. This is gonna be our lunch. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
We were eating this last night at midnight.
So delicious.
This was so good at midnight. Like, we should not be eating pasta at midnight, but we were all eating pasta at midnight because of this dish. And so it smells so fresh and flavorful because of that little bit of lemon zest too. And I'm just gonna let this, I'm just stirring it up just to heat up that pasta. But look at how quick and easy that was. Look at how nothing is sticking to the pot. So it's true one-pot cooking. Now, if I had brought this to like a potluck or something, I would then switch this function to keep warm, so that way everybody would get a hot plate. But let me just plate this for you. And if you indulge me a little bit, I'm going to actually put a little lemon zest on there for you too, just to give it that little extra topping.
Oh, that looks so good.
So a little bit of lemon zest. Let's see if we can get a little, there we go. Got a grater.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead and grab a fork and eat that one, and I will plate another one.
Thank you.
This one I'll have to eat afterwards, but tell me what you think.
Oh, I can't wait.
Easy one-pot cooking, so easy to cook. You know, so you can use it for your grains, you can use it for your stews, but this is what I'm using it for right now for springtime. Isn't that delicious? And imagine how much you'd pay for this at, like, if you go to a restaurant and have like a lemon cream sauce pasta, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be 30 bucks.
That is amazing.
Yeah, isn't it great?
And it took you literally
no time at all.
Oh my goodness.
No time at all.
That's so
you know,
easy.
when it's a busy weeknight and you want something fast, you want something delicious, this is easy one-pot cooking. 5 ingredients is all it took to make this. Isn't that great?
Now I can't put it down.
Oh yeah, keep it with you. I mean, it's a cooking show, so feel free to keep eating.
Okay.
I love it.
I gotta finish chewing here, but
Sure.
if you are just tuning in with us, now they're telling us close to 6,000 gone.
Okay.
If you don't have the HSN charge card, today is a perfect day for you to apply, because when you do, you can take up to $50 off your next purchase. It could be this today's special. So we were doing the math in our head. It's the lowest price you're gonna find anywhere for the Ninja.
Okay.
For the Possible Cooker, 6.5 quart, at $119 anywhere else.
Okay.
Now you can get it for $29.
Okay.
If you want to take advantage of that, why not? If not, if you have the HSN charge card, you can add additional flex pay. But for all the things they're able to do in like making your life that much easier, like I said, you're saving time, you're saving money, everything is delicious. You're not, you know, substituting one pot for another pot or having 10 pots out all at once. That's the thing, it's a Dutch oven, it's an all-in-one cooker. It's a, you know, you can saute in here, you can see, you can put it in the oven up to 500 degrees. It's a standalone pot.
Absolutely.
It's not heavy, it's not bulky. You know, like a lot of your,
things.
all those things.
All of those things.
Yes.
You know, even if you love, like maybe you've loved cooking in your Dutch oven, but it's just too heavy, it's too hard to clean, you've had things burn at the bottom, Dutch ovens, even on sale, are over $100.
Sure.
And so now you're getting a wonderful pot that you can use that also is a whole system. It's the whole Possible Cooker. This is the pasta starting to sizzle again. I love it. But I'm going to open up the next lid here so we can see.
This is so incredible.
Isn't it good? Thank you. That's my recipe.
Oh my goodness, delicious.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So over here we've got some short ribs, and these are so tender and fall off the bone that I'm hoping I can get the whole thing over to my plate of mashed potatoes here. But again, you're going to have perfectly done meats. They're going to be really tender, really delicious. And the way we did this again is we seared and sauteed first. We added our onions, and then we added our sauce and our carrots, and we slow cooked it to get it nice and wonderful and tender.
It's like falling off.
It is.
the bone.
I mean, here's one bone in here that there's no meat left on it left. Like look at the size of this bone here. It's in the pot. Let me see if they'll come up to it.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at this bone. It fell off the bone. It is definitely like fall off the bone tender. I'm going to get some carrots out here so we can put it on our plate. But imagine having this as a Sunday roast. Imagine having guests over on a Sunday night, and they're going to be like, "Wow, I can't believe you made this." And it's
in one pot.
In one pot.
Not cluttering up your whole counter, right?
Absolutely. And a lot of people think I'm a chef. I'm not. I cook well. I'm a home cook, and I think Ninja is what makes it possible for me to do that. And this is sizzling again, so this is how that keep warm function is working. I can hear it go, but there's so much you can do with it.
That was the recipe that I can't get enough of, but just tortellini,
That's
cheese,
gonna be my lunch. That's
And
that's so easy. It's
bone.
5 ingredients. So we started with the bacon. We sauteed the bacon. We got it nice and crispy, and then we added frozen peas. So not even fresh peas, just a bag of frozen peas. And then we added our tortellini that was already pre-cooked from the refrigerated section of the grocery store, and mascarpone cheese with lemon. And so that's what gave us our cheesy lemony sauce. Really easy. You know, like, you don't have to do anything chefy chef, right? Like, you don't have to build up a roux and all that other stuff. Like, you could just use your mascarpone cheese and make make it really delicious.
Just a little lemon in there too, and a little lemon zest on the top. It just like puts it over the top. It's like gourmet. Okay, if you are just tuning in, it's our best value of the day. Close to 6,000 have now been selected. Now over 6,000, and over 120 first-time shoppers. I'm so thrilled who recognize and know that name Ninja and have done the comparison shopping and know this is the lowest price you're going to find anywhere. On top of that, something I didn't even speak to, we have free shipping and handling going on too.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Which is wonderful, especially for the unit in itself. So that's something else we're only doing for today. And then, of course, you can break up your payments over the next 3 months. You can get it home. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm telling you, the first time you use this, it's like you were saying with your mom, you want to use it every day. It's why we say it's the possible everything.
Absolutely.
Packed.
You know, it's funny. She just called, by the way. I saw her pop up on my watch. So I don't know if there's a way for her to call in. I know sometimes they'll take callers from viewers, but it would be fun to hear from her at some point today because one of the recipes we did was hers, and she loves it.
And it was delicious.
It was delicious. Her favorite parts about the Possible Cooker are that it's 6.5 quarts, so it's that perfect size. She thought that 8 quart was just too big for her. It was too much food, so she had all kinds of leftovers all week. So this is that perfect size for just the right amount of leftovers. But the next thing we have, I think we've got some time. It's in the oven, so it is oven safe up to 500 degrees. And the reason we made it oven safe up to 500 degrees is we wanted you to be able to use the pot separate from the stand if you wanted to, but also so you could get nice and crispy things on top. So like we did our mac and cheese here, so we had a little breadcrumb to the top. And I might have you close that door for me.
You bet.
But it is lightweight. I probably couldn't lift this, you know, and carry this over if this was in a traditional Dutch oven because they're so heavy. But this is 6.5 quarts of buffalo chicken mac and cheese. So imagine having this. Let me see if I've got a spoon. I guess I'll use the rice spoon here. We're low. Here we go. We got a rice spoon here. So look at this cheese. Look at that crunch on the top from putting it in the oven. Oh. My goodness. Can we get a side shot of that? Because you guys have to see the cheese. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Melt it perfectly.
Look at that melty cheese. We call it a cheese pull. Oh, I love it. I love it. But it also, you can't smell this at home, but it's got a little bit of a kick to it. You can kind of smell the buffalo sauce. You know, so think about what you'd pay at a restaurant for an appetizer like this that would feed 20, you know, if you're hosting a party. That would be pretty expensive. Now you can do your own buffalo chicken mac and cheese at home, put the crispy top on, put it on keep warm function. I think I've got some buffalo sauce here too. We'll make it really fancy. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Imagine how much you'd pay for that. Like, that would be an expensive appetizer, especially to have 6.5 quarts to feed a crowd.
And if you wanted to keep that, again, on the keep warm, if this is going to be like a side, so that way you're not overcooking it, using another pan, you're going to have all that clutter, or you could take the pan to the table. I mean, that's something else that you can do.
It's a beautiful pan you can take to the table. And that keep warm function, I love it because it's not going to burn it. It's just going to keep it warm. It's that perfect, you know, temperature that you're just going to keep the food warm so it's not, you know, you're not going to serve cold food to your guests, or if people are coming home at a different time and everybody wants to serve themselves dinner at a different time. Is that perfect?
It's perfect. Everything has been perfect, from the Irish stew to, again, the ribs that are just, the meat is falling off the bones.
I love
the most delicious one-pot meal you can ever imagine that we just did a minute ago.
Thank you.
We did, I'm trying to think everything else. We even have dessert that we're going to talk about in just a second.
Yeah.
So we are very, very busy. I love our today's specials, especially when we have national brands like Ninja that people know and recognize. So thank you again for all of our first-time shoppers. Couldn't be more thrilled for you. And this is what I love. We can say you can go and you can do the comparison. This is $119 on its own.
I love it.
So we're including the roasting rack. We're including the user guide with some wonderful, easy-to-use recipes. And that's always fun because sometimes I'll use that like for soups, and then it kind of gets my mind thinking about other things. It's so simple, so easy to do.
We have cooking charts in there too, so if you want to take one of your own recipes and adjust it, you absolutely can.
Okay, perfect. And then, like we said, now even the perfect rice cooker, 50% faster than a regular rice cooker, 30% faster than a stovetop. On top of that, they have a quinoa second. I mean, all these things for grains that are so popular.
10 in 1. Here's the 10 different functions it does. So it replaces your rice cooker. It's 50% faster than traditional rice cookers. It's your food warmer for your buffet-style meals. It's your non-stick pot that you can use even separate from the base if you wanted in your oven. It's your saute pan. It's your cast iron skillet when you want to get that perfect sear on your pot roast and your meats. It's your slow cooker. It's your saucier. It's your saucepan too, your stock pot when you want to do your soups, and then also your Dutch oven. And anybody that like loves Dutch oven cooking, this is lighter than a Dutch oven, so you can actually lift this up, but it still looks just as pretty to bring it to the table. And it's portable. We put handles on the pot and we put handles on the base. Here are the 10 different functions. So it's got your slow cook function, your braise, sear and saute, steam, keep warm, white rice, brown rice, quinoa, oats, and pasta. So we've got different functions there for all of your grains. Grains are something that's really trending right now. People are getting really into their ancient grains, like the quinoa and the farro. We actually have those charts, those cooking charts in the back of the recipe book. So if you are doing something like the farro or something different, you can just go to the recipe charts back here, and we've got a steam chart, so that way you know exactly, how much water to add and how much time to add, slow cooking charts. So we really make it easy for you, even when you want to take your own recipes. We've got your grain and pasta chart here that has your farro and your oats and other things. Plus we give you some inspiring recipes as well. So
yeah, get you started.
It's fun. It makes everything possible.
It does, and when you said everything possible, I mean, we've talked about, again, steaming eggs. You can, this holds up to 20 individual eggs. That's gonna make your eggs so easy to peel. Just any one of these functions. Two, looks like you have like a strawberry cobbler.
We've got dessert. So we did a little strawberry cobbler. So we basically put oatmeal here on the top, like a little oatmeal crust, and then we did the strawberries first. So we made it kind of like a sauce. I have been eating this all day because it's just so delicious and smells so good. But yeah, then we've got our topper with the strawberries here. It's just so good. It's so delicious. And how did you do this? So we started with our strawberries. It's strawberry season in Florida, so whenever you have abundance of produce, right, it's always going to start to go bad. This is a great way to use it up, because then you are you're making a sauce or you're making a dessert, and you can easily freeze this too, or you could make your jams if you wanted to do like a jam or something with it too. But then we added some grains at the top, so we've got some ancient grains. I think this is like a cereal that we did at the top. Oh, that smells really good. I'm gonna give that to you.
I can't just smell it. You know, I have to taste that.
It smells like sugar and sweetness and strawberries. But basically, we finished in the oven. So again, the pot is oven safe up to 500 degrees, so you can do that caramelization at the top. And it's just wonderful.
And that would be a nightmare in any other type of pot to clean.
Oh my
gosh.
Can you imagine? Yeah, absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely. And then also to be able to, to make it portable and, to do all the functions, like it's just so much. And I'm using the rice paddle for this, by the way. So you are getting the rice paddle with it. But isn't that a great dessert? Imagine a little scoop of ice cream on that. We'll have the creamy maybe coming up, the Ninja Creamy. You could do your own ice cream. You could do your own strawberry compote here.
I could eat that whole bowl.
Oh, I will. I'm telling you. But also look at, this is sugar, you guys, and look at how non-stick it is, how easy it is to clean. Nothing's sticking to the bottom of the pot there.
Only decision is what color do you want. So we have the black, we have what we're calling stone purple, which is more like a gray.
Okay.
And then we have the midnight blue, and then exclusive here to HSN is the Merlot color. I know that's been super popular. Like I said, it's a small footprint. It's not heavy. It's completely portable if need be, or on the counter. Just think about how much space it's going to save. Okay, I know we're going to put a clock up on the screen.
Yeah.
If we can talk to what we made on the table, because
let's go to it. Yeah.
I think
was just making sure.
Like,
I don't want to burn
impossible.
my lunch, so I wanted to make sure I turned the pasta down. So yeah, there's so much there on the table to kind of show you what we've been cooking, from doing kind of a lime cilantro rice, because we do have all those grain functions. We've got a little 6-pound chicken there. Of course, you can roast up to a 7-pound roast or meat. We've got some baked goods here too, because you can use the pot separately to bake. It is oven safe up to 500 degrees. We've got our corn elote there, which was a demo that we did earlier, so you can steam your corn to kind of save some calories. Instead of adding oil, you can add the cheese, which is more flavorful. But we also have our pastas. So it does slow cook, it does braise, it does sear and saute. It also does all of your grains, so you're never gonna get your grains stuck at the bottom of the pot. And if you're wondering why we have a whole big pot full of eggs, it's because you can steam these eggs for Easter. It makes them really easy to peel. We've got the roasting rack there in the bottom. I think these are cool to touch. Yeah, these are cool to touch. So you can see the roasting rack there in the bottom. We basically put the roasting rack there with the eggs on top and steamed them. It makes them so easy to peel for your deviled eggs, for coloring your eggs for Easter. There's so much you can do with it.
Hard-boiled eggs in general,
Hard-boiled eggs in general, absolutely. And so, you're gonna love it for the sear and saute and the slow cook, but I think you're gonna be really pleasantly pleasantly surprised at how much other things it does.
And pastas. I mean, we have raviolis
Pastas.
here,
Yeah,
we have spaghetti
absolutely.
here, right? Your soups.
Sauces, your soups, your stews, but even for springtime, you know, when you don't want to, and summer, when you don't want to heat up the whole kitchen, this is great for just, you know, cooking really fast, easy meals, and doing some, you know, doing some pot roast and things. Oh. It's really great.
Okay, speaking of, look at that. That was the roast that we did.
That is the pot roast. And so we started that at the beginning of the show with the sear and saute, and then we added our broth, we added our vegetables, and then we set it to slow cook. So it's been slow cooking this whole show. That pot roast will probably be done in another hour, so we might show it the next show if there's, you know, if there's any left.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's just like, yeah, look, there's the Irish stew, and you can find that.
There's the Irish stew.
Yes.
And that is a recipe that's on HSN's Instagram today. So we basically did a beer braised Irish stew where we seared the meat, we seared the vegetables, then we added the pastry top and popped it in the oven for 30 minutes to get that pastry nice and puffy, just to kind of make it fancy. But it didn't really take a lot of time.
Okay, and it's, as I said, it's our best value today. You can do, it's the lowest price we know we found anywhere.
Sure.
It's $119 on its own, only today at $79 and change. Free shipping, love that.
Yeah.
Ask about the HSN charge card. That could bring the price down to even better, to $29, which is just unheard of. I'm gonna have you one more time just go through everything.
I'll go through everything that we made today.
And I'm getting ready to go see Mr. King. Jay King is in the house, so we're gonna talk jewelry for the next couple of hours.
I love it. I love seeing him in Arizona. So all of the different things that it can do. We started off with our pot roast. Now we have our beer braised beef stew, which I was telling you about, that we have on the Instagram, where we started with the sear and saute of the meats, and then we added our vegetables, and then we added the pastry topping and popped it in the oven. Look at how wonderful and warm and delicious that looks. Then we did our potatoes. So we've got some scalloped potatoes here that we did for Easter. Again, nothing is sticking. This is cheese and potatoes, you guys, and nothing is sticking to the side. This is such easy cleanup, and you're able to feed a crowd and keep it on that keep warm function, so that way when you do have, you know, a function that you're going to, everybody can eat it at the same temperature and not have it be really, you know, not having it cold. It does come with a roasting rack, so this is great for roasting your meats, but it's also wonderful steaming. We've been showing you the eggs, which I know they were like, why do you have a big pot full of eggs? It's because you can use this roasting rack to steam your eggs, which makes them really easy to peel, and you can do up to 20 eggs in the pot. We also did our chicken fricassee over here, which is a wonderful chicken stew that's perfect for spring and for summer. You know, you don't always have to have stews in the fall and the winter. You can have a nice bright chicken stew for spring too. And then of course it does your grains. And we didn't do grains in our last possible cooker pot. So this is 5 different grain functions to do your quinoa, to do your farro, to do all your wonderful grains. It's just so easy to use. It's so lightweight. You have handles both on the pot and on the stand, so you can pick it up and bring it with you. We really do make everything possible with the Possible Cooker.